Problem 24 has three parts to this problem, which is labeled, I label the first one 1 and then A and B. In this problem, it gives us the equation h of x equals 60 minus 16x squared, where h is going to equal the height and x is going to equal the time. Now, in part 1, it asks us what the height of the rock is when x is 1.3 seconds. So in order to solve this problem, we have to plug in 1.3 for the time, or x. So to do that, we're just going to plug it in. 60 minus 16 times 1.3 squared, which is going to equal the height we want to find. We're going to do these calculations. 60 minus 16 times 1.3, and that gives us 32.96 feet. And that is our answer to part 1. Now, for part A, it asks us to find the height of the rock, or it asks us to find the time in which the height is at 12 feet. So to do that, we're going to plug in 12 for the height in the original equation. So 12 equals 60 minus 16, and we don't have any time because that's what we're solving for, so we're going to leave it as just x squared. Now to solve this, we're going to subtract 60, leaving us with negative 48 equals negative 16x squared. From there, we're going to divide negative 16 from both sides to get 3 equals x squared. And then the answer to this will be once we square root 3 and square root x. So we're going to square root that and square root that. The square root of 3 equals 1.732, which equals x, or the time. So our answer is 1.732 seconds. Now, we're going to be doing part B to the problem, which asks, when will the rock strike the ground? So, to go back to our original equation, h of x equals 60 minus 16x squared, the rock will strike the ground at 0. 0 feet is the ground, so we want to plug in our height as 0 equals 60 minus 16x squared. And we're just going to do the equation. Subtract 60, negative 60 equals negative 16x squared. Once you divide negative 16 by both sides, you're left with 3.75 equals x squared. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did last time, square root both sides, and the square root of 3.75 equals 1.936, which is equal to x, or the time we want, so the answer is 1.936 seconds. And that is how you do number 24.